beyond my limit, not to compromise. And you can tell me if I mean it, looking in my eyes. Cause I've been waiting for my moment to strike. So come close, let me show you what it's like. Yeah, you can try to stand in my path, but you're gonna regret it. I'll be the one who laughs last while I'm making my exit. Cause this is only for the strong of heart, not if you get it. And no matter what the outcome, you better accept it. I can cover the sound, I can bury the pain. So don't doubt for a second, just get out of my way. I'm not letting it go, so take this as a lesson. Cause it's all that we know. Will the whole world know your name? Will we dance with destiny? I've been there and I've seen it. I'm never gonna stop believing. You'll find your flame. Oh, we can save the day. Not die. It's like I'm seeing double vision. Take a seat, I'm on a mission. We got everything to gain. To become everything you're not. You just give it all you got and take the pleasure with the pain. Yeah, I can feel my fire awaken. No time for being complacent. There's a dream on the horizon. You know we gotta chase it. And when we get to where we're going, then we start the invasion. That's me? Now you must be mistaken. You know I'll turn you into rust. Grind you right down to dust. You thought you were the best. Well, you haven't met. Fire and rain. Call me the hurricane. I'm not letting it go. Cause it's all that I know. Will the whole world know your name? Will we dance with destiny?
Hello, everyone.
I've been there.
How are you doing tonight? We turned down that music for you real quick. How is everyone? You know, first thing I see is writing about business ethics, Brooke, and I'm just bleh. School, yuck, gross. Always time for daddies, though. You know what? Fair enough, Brooke. How you doing, everyone? Who we got here? Noir. You got first. You did do it. Claps and chat for Noir. You've been hunting for that for a while. Flashbox in as well. Chris, hello. Kekara, Hypatia. Hey, you're here today. Smokey, hello. Chris Dragonman, you are here. Poking a bit before dinner. Well, I'm glad you're here, Smokey. As you can hear, I'm playing some Sonic music. And Super with a resub. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Let me just make sure my alerts are back up. I had to turn them off last stream. Yep. Persona, hello. Pantsless, how you doing today, dude? Good evening, Tilo. Thank you for turning on the music. I'm doing very well. Yeah, music was just a little loud for the intro stream. And Azia, hello as well. But yeah, today we're dating some daddies, y'all. Today is the exclusive Dream Daddy and Dad Dating Simulator stream, which is a mouthful. But when you're dealing with daddies, it's always a mouthful. Heyo. And I do want to show this. The graphics quality is daddy, or daddiest. So it's going to be an interesting one. But how is everyone today? Let me know if what is he talking about? It's the game I'm playing, Dream Daddy and Dad Dating Simulator. The one I announced in Discord today. But yeah, we're playing some Dream Daddy today. Is the volume okay? Hoping to get the NSFW. I did not get the NSFW patch, and I have streamer safe mode on. We're good. Gotta go back to work tomorrow, so not on here sadly. Oh, I'm sorry, Nazia. Well, I'm glad you're here when you are. Red Werewolf, hello. How is the audio on the music in the game? So I'll make sure it's good before I start. Thought this was gonna be Final Fantasy 14. My apologies, it's really my kind of game. Oh, no problem, Battle. Yeah, today we're doing something a little different than Final Fantasy. So if you're not a fan of it, you can always step out. I need the cups in the room. Right. Let's get into this. Sleepy Bear. Dad. Oh, I don't like the fact that my kid's name is Amanda. Because, hey-oh, thanks, Amanda, for the water. having the kid in this game be named the same as my wife is a little weird. Spent all day yesterday leveling Blue Mage. Ooh, shoot lasers out of your eyes, so you're basically Superman now. Dad, wake up. Pretend to be dead. That's pretty much me every morning. I let my tongue roll out of my mouth and stop breathing. Amanda shakes me. Also been me last couple of nights with my CPAP breaking. Tanaka, hello, how you doing? Come on, Dad. This hasn't worked on me since I was 6. I'm sorry, Amanda. This is the end for me. Dad, I swear to God. Amanda, I bequeath to you all my earthly possessions. Spread my ashes over my recliner. Okay, well, your corpse better be getting a moving van because it's leaving soon. Oh, she's so cute. Look at the freckles. And a fried egg pin. This is totally a shirt my wife would wear too. Like, honey, do you see this shirt? It's rough. I never watched a playthrough of this. This is my first time looking at it too. I've owned it for a while on Steam, but I just never thought of a reason to play it until now. So this is my first experience as well. Should do Hatoful Boyfriend. I do have that queued up as my next one. I'm going to do Kekara. How you doing today, by the way? Tad rough, but I'm pulling through, excited for tomorrow night. Well, I'm glad that you're hanging out with us, Snock, and maybe we can make it a little bit better. I finally open my eyes and sit up. I'm lying in the middle of the living room, spooning a moving box. I yawn and stretch. Morning, Manda Panda. My wife fucking hates this. This has been a banned phrase since, like, high school. This is... Hey, Manda Panda, how you doing?
Dad.
Yikes, dad breath. Go brush your teeth. Never. I will never be hygiene.
Build that dad.
Build... Oh, my. Oh, my. That's a little more true to life, I guess. I got kind of a round jaw. Definitely me, right? Got the Chad going. Risen out of my mind here. Because of Panda? Oh, it's just like the nickname itself was annoying to her. Hey! I mean, it is Danny Sexbang hair, but it also is my hair. I can also do this on days where I'm feeling particularly frizzy. Or I could have a hair that matches my character in game. Or now hear me. Now hear me out. I'm cosplaying as a dad bod Goku. That's probably a little bit closer. These eyes are terrible. That's similar, I guess. Blue eyes. Sleep time for me had hurts. Well, Roxy, thank you for coming by. I hope you're doing okay. Build that bear, or dad, build that beara. This head, this does not look good. What is this head? It's like a 6 head. Maybe I go for like a this looks so bad. What do I do, chat? Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh yeah! Oh, we're going full bushy. Respect this. It's a 9-headed. It's a 9-head. Oh, no. For you too, sadly, no problem, Nizia. Thank you for coming by and saying hi, though. Oh, here we go. There he is. There's my dude. Like something about the hair or the head's just something about it. But we'll go with this. We'll go with this. Okay, this is pretty powerful. This is okay. This is pretty okay, but this is also pretty powerful. This is me. This is me. No! No! I want to do Stream Daddy as my last name. Stream Dad it is. Be that dad! Got every job to level 80 so I have an Amara mount? Oh, that's awesome! Hell yeah! Could land a Boeing 737 on that. Oh. Did you fall asleep packing? I got most of it done, I think. Search around the room, it looks like I did a pretty good job. Every box is sealed except for one. Wait, straggler. What's in it? Looking into the box, I see a bunch of old photos and little photo albums. Whoa, I haven't seen these in years. Oh my. Oh, look at that baby. Look at that baby photo. It's the coolest baby I've ever seen. The only way that your mother and I, or father and I guess if I'm dating daddies, let's go the bisexual route, huh? The only way your mother and I could get you to stop crying was put sunglasses on you. Whenever we tried to take them off, you start crying again. Spent the first 2 years of your life with sunglasses on. Nice. Halloween when you maybe 4? Is that supposed to be a T-Rex Ninja Turtle with a crown? Like what? What? Oh my god, that dragon costume. You couldn't decide between being a princess or a dragon, so you went with both. Princess dragon. I remember crying in that dragon costume. Use the elephant people to level them because the majority of them I'm not interested in playing them in dungeons. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Oh yeah, Black Mage is a little bit interesting to play. Zach, hello! Oh my god, this game? Yeah, this game. We're playing this game, y'all. Saw yourself in the mirror and realized you were afraid of dragons. Seeing yourself inside a dragon's mouth was a realization of your greatest fear. Think. Right, yup. Definitely repressed that memory. And this was you in your horse face. Oh god. Oh no. My daughter's a horse girl. Oh god.
Oh.
Dad. I believe you named that plush Sir Horsington the Brave.
Oh.
I don't think that was his. Made lunges for the photo, but I quickly snatch it away and hold it above her head. It was my superior dad arms. That's right, they call these my superior dad arms. Ugh. You don't love the pain of Black Mage, the horror of Tank pulling away from your ley lines? My ley lines! My DPS! My parse isn't good enough! Nice try. This is important blackmail for later down the road. Go ahead and try me. I've seen pictures of your ska band. I was in a ska band? Ouch, kid. The Scommunist Manifesto? This... Me, the lead singer, Karl Marx. I look off into the distance and reminisce about that rad horn section. Hey, it's Emma P.
Oh.
No, Dad, that's Emma R. I didn't meet Emma P until high school. Honey, I promise you, wholeheartedly, that will never stop mixing those two up.
Ugh.
Dad, Emma R has been my best friend since I was 7. Give it, like, a little bit of effort. Alright, Emma P was the one who... I swear, Talal felt the power of 1,000 years of dad jokes flood his body when Amanda was born. Oh! Ark of the Covenant dad jokes. Tried to steal people's pets? Fired for flaming tennis balls at a... What? These are all terrible. Fired a flaming tennis ball at a police station, at least it's kind of cool. Will you be lurking? No problem, Zach. This is definitely more of a lurking kind of game. Be chill out and listen to the story. Lighter fluid, tennis ball, tennis racket, right?
Yeah.
Dad, that was you. Am I a vandal? I was a vandal in a ska band? Oh, right. I was a wild child. I was 6 when you did it. Okay, Amanda, I wasn't aiming for the police station. It just happened that there was a police station in the vicinity where I wanted to hit a flaming tennis ball. You had me in lighter fluid? Oh, God. Oh, God. Wonder what the context behind that stunt was? Lol random? Who knows? Yeah, I remember you explaining that to the police. They didn't believe me either. Anyway, I gotta show this to Emma R. Later. Oh. I thought Emma R. period was the end of the sentence and this later. Anyway, I gotta show this later to Emma R. later. She'll get a kick out of it. First photography award you ever won. Yeah, and I got a $20 gift card to McFriday's. And then you got food poisoning from the cheesy tostada blast. It does. If anything was going to give me food poisoning, it would probably be the cheesy tostada blasts. We used to draw pictures on the driveway using WD-40 and light it on fire. Oh, that's so cool, Chris. The closest I ever got was an Axe can flamethrower. I think you mean food poison, you know, with a Z.
Dad.
Still can't drive past McFriday's without gagging. Still proud of you, though. Amanda reaches deep down to the box and pulls out one last photo. Oh. I conjured a mother into existence for you to mourn. I'm sorry, Amanda. Neither of us say a word. We stare at the photo for a long moment. I finally decide to break the silence. That was the day you were born. It's kind of a funny story. We got into a car accident right there in the hospital parking lot. It wasn't anything big, just a fender bender. But of course, I was freaking out. And the little old lady who crashed into us was freaking out. Oh my God, you're trying to bring your wife to the hospital and this fucking grandma T-bones you? It's like, I just can't see the way I used to. Oh my gosh. You had a Febreze flame? I didn't even know that Febreze was flammable. Oh, I guess like the... Okay, I was thinking of like the squirt bottles of Febreze. But yeah, probably the aerosol ones. Important detail, the accident was actually my older brother's doing, but I got caught in it. Oh no. But your mother, oh man. She holds my hand and looks me directly in the eyes. The calmest I've ever seen her. She says, it's okay. It's all gonna be okay. She was right, you know. I stared at the picture for a little longer. Maybe too long. I miss her. I can't even imagine what it must be like for Amanda. She passed me on the back. Come on, Pops. We gotta finish packing. The moving van won't wait forever. I can confirm that I've never called my father or any father figure Pops before. The only Pops there should be is from regular show. You have a burn scar on your foot? It itches when it rains? That's terrifying. Oh no. Man and I pile into the car and take one last look at the old house. So many memories here. Hard to believe your mother and I bought this place almost 20 years ago. Hey, remember when I shattered the front window playing catch? You always had very strong arms. Hey, remember when I shattered the other front window pretending to be a robot who breaks windows? Very specific. You were a very imaginative child.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when I broke back window? We get it, Amanda. You break stuff. Honey, it is you.
Huh?
There'll be plenty more stuff for me to break in the new place. Memories to make stuff. Memories to make and stuff to break. This car is far too clean. What do you mean? There's shit all over the dashboard. There's like old open can. There's bottled water, tissues. Look at this. It's a trash place. We sit in silence for a moment. I watch my daughter grow up in this house. It'll forever hold a place in my heart, but it stings a little bit to leave it behind. Too clean? Flashbox, I don't want to see your car, apparently. I'm ready. Moving that begins to pull away, I get the car into position and follow it. Watch our house, our old house, disappear in the rearview mirror. So what? So tell me our cool new pad. Clear my throat and do my best to, gee, cheesy announcer voice, oh yeah. Nestled in the beautiful, scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features... Honey, have you ever had dirty clothes? For most of my life, yes. Well, worry about that no longer, as our new place features machinations that'll not only clean your clothes, but dry them directly thereafter. An upper-class luxury, I fear. The concept of clean clothes is no longer in the hands of the fat cats upstairs, sweetie. Anyway, it's also smaller than our last house. Cozier, one might argue. Good spin.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Won't we be closer to all the cool stuff that we can walk to, so I don't have to waste gas? And I mean, trying to park downtown is, you know... Amanda, you know you're gonna have to learn how to parallel park at some point, right? It's fucking lies. I've never learned how to parallel park. I parked one time for my driver's test. I've never done it again. If I'm driving, we need to parallel park. I will get out of the car. Amanda will swap seats with me and she will parallel park it. Do not believe this lie and slander. Your dad's idea of a clean car is having a bunch of shit handy. Never know when you need it. I got you. You parallel park every day? Oh, Flashbox flexing your driving skills. Not gonna happen, Pops. I think someone needs to do a 3-point turn on their attitude. I don't know how to do that either. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, a 3-point turn, that's... You need that all the time. Have you met the neighbors yet? Not yet, but the neighborhood seems pretty quiet. You keep going to find more space? Exactly, Drake. If Amanda's not in the car, or doesn't want to parallel park, I find another spot. So you want to chase any rowdy teens off your lawn? You're the very teen you mock when you say that, honey. In my last year of high school, I'm practically dust. I'm 28, chat. Don't call me dust. Don't you dare. Senior. Do I know where this is going? Citizen. Just gonna ignore that. Don't forget it. What's the item number 1 in the new house agenda? Well, first we need to forge a path through the solid wall of boxes that's blocking the living room. Still have to install the washer and dryer. We need to go grocery shopping. Pops, cool your jets. You have to promise me that we're going to take a break and explore the neighborhood. Okay, you're right. We'll get some work done, and then we'll check out the area. Why do we call that a K-turn? I also call it a K-turn, Flashbox. You say Red Werewolf. Right now I'm Stream Dad, which means I'm your dad, which means I'm always older than you on a cosmic level. So, you're always kids to me. We pull up to the new house and step outside. The lawn is freshly mown, and the for sale sign is still in the yard. Yeah! And with a swift kick from Amanda, the for sale sign is no more. Nice form, Sweet Pea. I got a problem with authority! I like Amanda. I also have a problem with authority. I'm so proud. Man, all that karate chopping tuckered me out. I could really go for a sandwich. An ice cream sandwich. Sweetie, it's 10 a.m. You ever seen all the dogs in the park nearby? You know it. Thank you for moving us to an area where the dog-to-person ratio is very high. The more dogs there are in the neighborhood, the safer I feel, 100%. Only want what's best for you. Hope you're prepared for the frequency at which I interrupt conversations to yell, "Dog!" and rock it way up. I mean, you do that a lot already. Hey, it's a dog!
Oh, no.
Wait, false alarm. It was just a funny shaped rock. You want to see a real dog so bad? Let's go to the park around the corner. Oh, are we just doing that? Men and I begin to stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. Kids are playing in the street, the flowers are in bloom, and the faint smell of nearby barbecue drifts through the air. This place is nice. Huh? Too nice. I don't trust it. Good eye, honey. You can never be too careful. See that baby in that stroller over there? Government operative. And the birds, they're fake too. I'm just gonna have my character be a deep state conspiracy theorist. How's that? You know, major ADHD vibes. Maybe that's why I'm vibing with Amanda. My ADHD is like humming in tune. We're on to you, baby. Walk for a while and eventually end up in a small park. Toddlers chase each other through the playground, and dogs of all shapes and sizes romp through the grass. It's pretty crowded, but Amanda spots a nice empty bench. We start to make our way towards it. Heads up! Ow! A frisbee suddenly hits me in the face. Woof. A corgo! One of my first ever dogs was a corgo. Technically, it was Amanda's dog, but when I started dating her when we were 13, she became my dog too. Her name was Sandy. Corgi with a neat plaid handkerchief tied around his neck bounced up to me, wagging its tail. Did you throw this thing at my head, really? I like your necktie. So derpy, I love it. I love corgis. He runs around in a circle and nudges my leg with his nose. Oh God, this is the cutest dog. Impart unto me your wisdom, tiny dog. Do you have tomorrow's lottery numbers? Got it. Locked and loaded. You definitely could have caught that. A guy in a Hawaiian shirt jogs over to us and takes the frisbee from me. What a shitty way to start a conversation. It's like, oh, you could have caught that. You threw it at me. Before the game does a 180 and turns into a corgi dating sim? No. No. Guy in Hawaiian shirt jogs over to us and takes the frisbee from me. You know, frisbees are traditionally caught with your hands, not your face. Well, you're traditionally supposed to aim at people's heads. I'm fine, thanks. I'm just messing with you. I'm Brian, by the way. I'm Taleo. This is my daughter, Amanda. Look over at Amanda, only to find her sitting on the ground, rubbing the dog's tummy. Quality content. Quality content. Hi. Your dog's so cool. Huh. Old Maxwell sure likes the attention. It's great to see their father and daughter out here on such a sunny day. Is the dog your daughter? This is weird. Where's yours? Brian gestures over to a grassy knoll where a young girl sits on a checkered blanket. She's reading a book bigger than her head. She puts it down and heads over to us. Oh! Oh, look at her! This is Daisy. She's reading the brothers Karamazov. Her teacher tells me that she's had a reading comprehension skills of a high schooler. How old is she? 10. She's a precious little youngster. Whoa. My natural dad instinct kicks. Is it becoming like Pokemon battle music for a second? Natural daddy instincts kick in. I must brag about my child's accomplishments. Oh no, it's happening. It is Pokemon music. What? Go on, Daisy. Tell them about yourself. That's my girl. Amanda, get in there. Okay. What is this game? I mean, grade card, right? You pull a wrinkled copy of Amanda's last grade card out of your back pocket, which I just have. Dad. Awesome grades. Brian loses 25 hit points. You really carry that around everywhere? Ouch. Maybe it is kind of weird. You lose 5 HP. Okay, you know, fair enough, Brian. I did a devastating blow to you, but you got me back in return. Daisy just started a weekly chess club at her elementary school computer lab. She's the president, too, of course. Dang, my high school doesn't even have a chess club or a computer lab. Can't switch daughters. Amanda is your only daughter. Oh, the spelling bee photo. Fumbling through your phone's browser, you managed to pull up a photo of Amanda winning her 10th grade spelling bee. Aw. Oh, now he knows counter. Hey, Rex, how you doing? What kind of backwater school is she going to? No computer lab? Yeah, right? It said that she was like living in the city too previously. Wow, congratulations, Amanda. Daisy's getting prepped for her annual spelling bee right now. Hopefully this will be her 3rd win in a row. Daisy's sold enough candy bars this year to get a top prize, a canoe. We're taking out next weekend. How's that even possible? Amanda can barely get one of those sticky hands and things. It's extra powerful. You lose 20 HP. Chat, I'm losing. Amanda here just recently won a local photography award. Congratulations. Do it now! Daisy actually just won a statewide poetry contest. Damn, Daisy! Daisy making me feel bad about myself. You unfurl your wallet to reveal a tiny copy of a drawing of a cornucopia Amanda did in the first grade. Cute! It isn't very impressive, but Amanda's genuine appreciates you holding on to it. I regained 20 HP! The love of my daughter! Did I mention Daisy said her first word at 10 months? Daddy. Amanda's was potty. Still cute, but maybe this isn't the time to be bringing it up. We're all tied up. We're all tied up. Use Hyper Beam, but what if he does 35 damage in the next turn? I don't have Sunny Terrain set up. Oh, the candy cells? I never participated in those. I knew those were a racket. With the flourish, you produce a band-aid from your pocket. Take a knee and start to apply it to Amanda's arm. What are you doing, Dad? Being a protective parent. Anyone would agree it's an unusual gesture? You lose 10 HP? No! I don't want to lose 10 HP, chat, no! Daisy here is all over adult teeth. Never had a cavity either. Amanda self-consciously pushes her lips together to hide her teeth. But no, her buck teeth are so cute! F, yep, F, Kane, I lost. How you doing today, Kane? I only have 5 HP left. I'm out of items. Chat, all I have left is brag. Last week, unprompted, Amanda helped an old woman with her grocery bags. Extra powerful. Brian's words aren't all Daisy's good at. By the way, her math is amazing. One time I actually called her to double check my numbers before I made a cut for support beam. You did that more than once, Dad. Does it say more about him than it does about Daisy still? I'm sorry, Amanda, I couldn't fight for you hard enough. Boy, it's been such a treat getting to meet you two. Ugh, did he have to add insult to injury by being such a gracious winner? Just got out of work? Pretty much the same. I got out of work, walked the dog, got some McDonald's for dinner. Hey, yo, feeling fat today, clink. And now I'm streaming. So I take it you guys are new to the neighborhood. We just moved in. You live around here? Yeah, we live in that cul-de-sac down next to the coffee shop. What a coincidence, that's where we live too. Small world. Yeah, Daisy and I are in the little ranch-style house in the corner. I know that house. It's just like ours, but slightly bigger and better landscaped. Does this guy have to outdo me at everything? He's even nicer looking than me. I look like a gremlin. He has a nice, beautiful beard. Why didn't I have this beard option? Come on. Oh, I know, Kane. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did face off against Mommy Crystal. What a lovely place. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time. Really nice meeting you guys. Stop by at some point. Yeah, definitely. Bye. Brian and Daisy walk further into the park with Maxwell happily trotting along in tow. You get the feeling he was trying to one-up us? Trying and succeeding. Can't believe that kid's only 10. What was I even doing at her age? I believe you had a bit of a thing for horses. Amanda just came in to my chat to send me to Australia. It's so mean. Oh no, where is it? Oh, there we go. There's Australia. There's the Australia button. My friends and I got 2 into the game. We're running them through dungeons and such. Oh, that's really cute. I like that. Want to flip him, but I don't have the points. Oh no, Rex. You just gotta watch me more. What can I say, Rex? If I didn't pan out, could have majored in competitive horse studies. It's not too late to minor in horse creative riding. Too close to the truth, Dad. Let's never again speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir Horsington the Brave, an epic in 7 parts by Amanda Stream Dad. I forgot that I made my last name Stream Dad, and I've cursed Amanda to have that last name. Sorry you're late? No problem, son. How you doing? We left off the horse epic and walk around the park a bit more, enjoying the day. I mean, me personally in real life, I would love a nap. Let's go to the coffee shop. I gotta get my hands a nice hot cup of the old bean juice, or I'm gonna be useless all day. we pass a coffee shop on the way here. Maybe we can check them out. Let's do it.
Huh.
On down the street to the Coffee Spoon, a cute little place in the corner.
Yeah.
Man, this is such a convenient walking distance from our place. I mean, I guess. What's wrong? Why would I go somewhere else and drink coffee on a couch when I can just sit and drink better coffee at home? My own couch. Not have to make awkward eye contact with other people. This guy is not even sort of me. Like, yes, I would prefer to sit at home as well, but like, I don't want to go out and sit at a coffee shop. It's stupid. He sounds like a grumpy guy. At least when I'm home, some random guys are going to come up and sit on the recliner next to me. I won't feel like a little weird about it because technically he's not sitting at my table, but he's very much so within my personal zone. Dad. And what's the etiquette when you have the dirty mug? Is there a bin? Do you go up to the counter because you don't know where else to put it? Or do you leave it there and feel your face flush hot with shame as you consider the possibility that there's in fact a bin somewhere just out of sight and now you think they're that jerk who left their mug? Dad, are you just afraid to meet new people? Yes, Amanda. This little anxious boy. Been having to watch the VODs because of work and well, why not to risk being able to keep my mouth shut about events to come? Oh no, Rex. Timmy Rummerborn is reasonable just to watch the recap for stuff. Yeah, I agree. Honestly. Rummerborn is such a huge gate stopping people from going through the game.
Hey.
Inside the coffee shop is incredibly warm and inviting. Vinyl records line the walls and patrons lounge around the well-worn couches. Some cool tunes spin on a record next to a little stage.
Hey, yeah.
Welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. How's it going? What's with the name? Oh, it's kind of dumb. I think as mentioned in this poem I like, I thought it was a good idea at the time. I suppose now it's still a good idea because, like, business is still running. People ask me that question all the time, and I give them the same answer every time. And now I'm standing here rambling, and I'm sure we're getting more and more uncomfortable the more I keep talking. But man, we're in it now and I can't stop.
Hey.
Yo, bro, if you run a coffee shop that is directly with customer service, you gotta know how to talk to people more than that. Although I will say, really sexy. I mean... Maury, hello! I ordered a mocha pot that should be here tomorrow, and I will be leaving the house for a coffee ever again. Yes! How you doing today, Maury? All the people I brought over Sight Aroma Warren have been rough as to why they can't make it to Heavensward. It's really rough. So, what'll it be? Scan the chalkboard menu and I'm immediately overwhelmed. I'll have a... Shy Antword. Hey, he liked that. Do you see the hearts? Spicy. I don't get it. Oh, it's a pun. Die Antwoord is a South African rap group, and they're pretty well known for their evocative imagery and hyper-stylized music videos. Music is catchy as it is disturbing. Sorry about late? No problem, son. How you doing today? We're just doing some Dream Daddy dating simulator today. Got you up on my phone while I'm making some dinner. Ooh, what you making?
Hey.
I'm doing the thing again. Coming right up. And for you? I'll have a macchiato DeMarco, please.
Hey.
Coming right up. You want it small, medium, or big, or Biggie Smalls? Medium.
Huh.
Wait, is Biggie Smalls big or small? How's my day? Oh, my day is okay. Long story short, my CPAP's broken. Been waking up all night choking. So the past 3 nights, I've pretty much gotten like 6-7 hours of sleep total. So, other than that, it's going pretty good. I should change that, shouldn't I? Matt says to making our drinks, and Amanda and I take a seat on one of the couches. What's his deal? Let the man make his puns. They're cooler bands than you listen to anyway. Hey. Ska was cool once. This couch is pretty comfy. Maybe not comfier than our couch, but it's alright. Good lumbar support. You sink right into it. Y'all, I have lumbar support. Look at that. It's a whole lumbar pillow built into the chair. Can't stay for long because friends are going to game with us. Ooh, hell yeah, Kane. Yeah, the CPAP will have the replacement part around the 4th, so it's still going to be a little bit of time. I think it's heading after work. Got some pre-cooked fajita chicken strips. Ooh, that does sound pretty good. That does sound pretty good. I've been informed I'm able to go back from Australia. Capwow, hello. Oh, the couch doesn't come. Oh, by this one. Okay, comfier than our couch. Amanda nudges me. This place is right next to our house, and the guy seems not only cool, but also just as uncomfortable with talking to other people as you are. You should totally become friends with him. I don't know. Yeah. Come on. What do you say about meeting new people? Can't meet new people. Always stay inside, and also don't go outside, and also don't talk to people. See? We're making progress. Matt sets our drinks down at the table, and I immediately burn the roof of my mouth. Boy! What kind of unrelatable Neanderthal are we in this game? What? You ordered coffee, you're like, I'm fucking down. You know that it's gonna be hot. Hi, we're new in the neighborhood. I'm Amanda, and this is my dad, Talil.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, right on. Pleased to meet you both. You ought to come by when my daughter's hanging around the shop. You two might get along. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be coming from time to time. Betty kicks my leg from underneath the table. I'm sure we'll be in here a lot.
Hey.
You know what? Let me get your guys' opinion on something. Matt goes into the back and comes out with a fresh plate of something that smells amazing. Gotta chug it immediately. Show nature that they can't burn you. Drink it as fast as you can.
Hey.
I'm working on a new banana bread recipe. Oh, banana bread. Oh, chat, banana bread. Although I will say, if y'all have ever had zucchini bread, it is superior to banana bread in almost every way. Working on a new banana bread recipe, and I need help coming up with a name for it. Well, I think we're going to have to taste test it first so we can, get the full flavor profile, you know, and really appreciate the flavor sensations of, Amanda nods vigorously. She knows this game. Yeah, we need to give it that Nana bread taste if you want us doing free creative labor. I think that would be commensurate with, I've taught her well. We have trained for this day. Free food, free food, free food. I was just gonna give you guys free banana bread anyway. Right, yes, that. Matt serves us each a piece. Amanda and I happily chow down. This is amazing.
Hey.
Thanks. The secret ingredient is bananas. So, any ideas? I'm stumped. Well, I think I might only be able to give you a dad banned puns, but I'll give it a shot. Wright said banana bread is much better than the rest of them. Like Wright said Fred, but now it's banana bread. I think the youngsters would like it despite not getting it.
What?
That actually has a nice ring to it. Yeah, it's got a little musical. And son, you know you're not gonna get me again. I have it up, son. I have it. You can't fool me. Can't fool me. Really?
Hey.
Yeah, Wright said banana bread. Strong decisions. That's art, baby.
Hey.
I wanted to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I said it, I realized it just doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth, and maybe I should just leave saying baby to the professionals. I don't think baby ever sounds good. The only time I ever use the word baby is when Amanda will like hurt herself or something bad will happen. I'll go, baby. And that's literally it.
Hey, yeah. Hey.
Enjoy your coffee. Thanks, baby.
Hey.
See, it sounds good when you say it. Ooh, chat. That's it when I call him baby. Across the way, a man catches my eye. He sits by himself, brooding over a cup of coffee. Our eyes meet. Just for a moment. I hastily look away, hoping he didn't catch me staring. Who is that? We finish up our drinks and head out.
Hey, yeah.
Thanks for stopping in. Take care. Okay, now that we're full of caffeine, where to? I need a nap. Pumped up on caffeine, time to sleep. I should get back to unpacking. Got a lot on my plate right now. Do you know it's moving one of the biggest sources of stress for adults? It really is. Moving sucks so bad, chat. I'm not even fully unpacked yet from moving months ago. Eyes locked, initiate trader battle. Is it right behind the constant fear that you smell bad and everyone's too polite to tell you? Yes, also that. Also, is this game just targeting my insecurities? Probably. Do I smell bad? Man, it gives me a whiff. You're fine, Pops. Let's go home. I get to work unpacking the various boxes around the living room. A couple hours pass and I get some good work done. The washer-dryer unit is both washing and drying, and we can actually walk through the living room without tripping over boxes. Switching to fake redeem, I did it when I first watched you. Oh, I love it, son. I love it. First visitor already. Walk over to the door and I open it. Hello. A handsome, clean-cut man stands at my door, brandishing a plate of cookies. Hello? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Joseph. I'm your next-door neighbor. Oh, yes. Hi. I'm Talale. That's what my name is. I saw the moving van and thought I'd bring over some cookies. My daughter Christine wanted me to let you know that she baked them herself. Joseph leans in and whispers. Between you and me, she just sprinkled in the chocolate chips. You will share a laugh. Kids, right? I tripped on the cat and threw rice all over the kitchen. Ori, no! Oh no! Be sure to get yourself a Frosty, 100% Maury. Wolf, hello, how you doing? Good vibes, yet Maury does need some good vibes. Wow, cookies, huh? Nice to meet you. Someone hands her the plate of cookies with a smile. Well, thanks for the cookies. Amanda disappears with the cookies. That's me, that's me. Amanda, come. And she's gone. That's my daughter. Her name is Amanda. She's a charmer. Daughters are tough. Sons are also tough. Children in general are just, tough. I hear that. I mean, there'd be something wrong with you to try to raise more than 2. Let me guess, this guy has like 5. Okay. I have 4 kids. What have you done? Oh, man. Don't worry, you didn't mean to be rude. Oh no, this is the first neighbor I've met. My social life is already in tailspin. I wonder if it's too late to move again. Yeah. Okay. Is the missus around? Ugh, my heart! We have to redo the stay for Out From Under My Feet. We're both going to die lessons. Oh my god, Belle is so bad about that, Maury. We will be walking towards her, and she will stare at us. And instead of moving out of the way to the sides, she will back up, looking over her shoulder over and over again. And if you get closer to her, she'll like scamper on the hardwood and try to run away. She just doesn't get the memo. No, not anymore. She died. Oh. I'm sorry for your loss. No, it's alright. Wow, this is uncomfortable. We stand there quietly for a moment, acutely aware of how awkward we both made things. I'm sorry, can you close the door real quick? I look at Joseph quizzically, but comply. After a second, I hear a knock at the door. Opening it, I see Joseph standing there with a huge smile. Hi, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promise not to talk about your dead spouse this time. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of the neighbors in our community. What do you say, pal? I like him. Now, Kith. I had to go move my car for my brother. What'd you miss? You missed cookies being given, which was beautiful, and him bringing up my dead wife, and me saying that him having too many kids was terrible. Oh. That sounds great. My daughter Amanda and I would love to stop by. Also, 4 kids is a perfectly normal amount of children to have. We shake hands to seal the deal. The dark pact has been made. Very punchable face. I thought that too the first time I saw him as well. I was like, What's up, jockey white boy? My favorite meme is the one where the guy is pushing two people together and going, now kiss. You know, son, it didn't fool me, but I got my hopes up for a second. I got my hopes up for 1 second. Well, neighbor, see you at 3 p.m. shop on Saturday. Sure thing, neighbor. Joseph starts walking away, but stops to think for a second and turns around. Hey, in all seriousness, raising a kid on your own can't be easy. If you ever need to talk about stuff, I'm the youth minister at a church down the street. No, thank you. I'm good. You love Dream Daddy? Vega, how you doing today? Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth. You look pretty young to me, but suit yourself. And with that, Joseph is gone. You seem nice. Chris! Gifting out a sub! Thank you so much! Welcome to the family, son. He seemed nice. Imagine her face is stuffed with cookies. Amanda walks back into the living room, crumbs in her face and cookie in hand. That was the smoothest recover I've ever seen. I should be taking notes. See? You're already fitting in great. Where'd those cookies go?
Oh.
They're gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It makes you feel any... Bitch, how many cookies did you eat? Either he gave us like 3 cookies, or she went ballistic on a plate. Stu ate them all anyway. I guess it makes it break time. Any ideas? Joseph probably wants his plate back. You missed me, Guillotine! How you doing? How goes your day? I think we get a ton of good neighbor points when we bring Bruce back. We're gonna be the best neighbors in this whole cul-de-sac. Went ballistic, right? Right? Doing is absolutely ballistic. You're doing great? Oh, I'm glad. She consume the cookies. Bless you, honey. We're gonna be the best neighbors in the whole cul-de-sac. I don't know if this would fit the vibe of the stream, but have you ever played Only Cans? I have not. What is Only Cans? Is it a tin can dating simulator? Because that's what it sounds like. Glad she didn't bite the plate. Oh, she probably did. Spending more hours playing Ragnarok? Oh, how has it been? I've heard Ragnarok is absolutely fantastic. We're gonna kick all the other neighbors' butts with kindness. Man and I step outside. Shoot, I'm actually not sure which house this is. I hazard a guess it's the big one with all the well-groomed blonde children sitting in the yard. Good eye, kid. And remember, we need to make a positive first impression here. Keep it light. Keep it breezy. We walk up to the kids and wave. Oh my god. Those two are giving, like, if you know, you know, giving delightful children from down the lane looks. Hey guys, is your dad around? They'll just stare at us, blankly. We just wanted to, return this nice plate, and thank you for the cookies. Jeez, there definitely are Joseph's kids. They look exactly like him. They're really good. Getting come play with me vibes? Yes, exactly. It is. The cans are very excited to meet you. It's a rhythm click game? Wait, what? Maury, you have to DM that to me on Discord. That's wild. You're about to do that too? Yeah, right, Forwolf? It's like... Nigel Uno. All I say is to get food before playing, because God, it will grab your attention faster than walking into a bakery. Oh no. I mean, I heard they were good. I didn't get to eat any. I chuckle nervously. Well, okay. We're just gonna set the plate down on the ground and real gentle, then back away slowly. Right, Dad? Right. That's what we're gonna do. The kids' eyes bore into us as we scurry away. I can feel their gaze on my back even as we approach our house. What the fuck is wrong with these children? What is going on with these children? I need something to get my mind off those carbon copy kids. Are those exes? Oh yeah. We got sunny side up titties. Don't you worry, Yeti. I need to rest my eyes. It's been a rough day. You've been awake for what? 3 hours? That's 3 hours too many. Sun an actual redeem? I looked over the chat and saw a redeem, and I was like, it's just Sun again. But no, thank you for the stretch. Delightful kids from Kids Next Door. Hell yeah. Oh. As we're walking home, I hear heavy footsteps come up behind us. Delisle, bro. Turn around and greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. Who are you, handsome boy? Craig? Oh. Bro. Oh. Holy wow. I haven't seen Craig in forever. Ooh, had a little tickle in my throat. It's been too long, dude. Yeah, wow, you look great. Yeah, I cleaned up my act. Cleaned up his act? Are you kidding me? He's ripped. The muscles. That baby got your rip? Yo, baby with the hat, though. Sheesh. Carrying a living potato on his chest. Oh, I thought it was a child, but yeah, I guess it is a Lalafell. You're right, Chris. Mr. Beast donated $7,500. I'm gonna quit my job and stream forever. Cleaned up his act? Are you kidding me? He's ripped. Oh god, it's me, the game. How you doing, Dolphin? Amanda, this is my friend Craig. We went to college together. We were roommates for a while, too. And they were roommates. Amanda, dude, you probably don't remember me, but you're so big now. Bat Co-Star with the race sub! 2 months! How you doing today, Bat? I will say 2 month subscriptions are always my favorite, because that means that you stayed here for a month and went, yeah, okay, he's kind of cool. How you doing today? Amanda, this is your future stepfather. I mean, my old friend. Can I say something in chat? I saw him come up and I was like, eyebrow slit though? If I could be 1/10 the man that Craig is, I would be set for life. Hey, I'm already set for life. I locked down a wife at age 13 and I'm good. Got here just in time. In time for what? The sexy daddies? Because yes, you are. Hello, and hello, cute baby. Oh, thank you. Last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River. He picks up her tiny wrist and waves it around. River gurgles happily. You say no to a buff Asian guy? I feel like I'm being trapped here. You're gonna lurk because you're stuck at work? Well, I'm glad I'm here to make your work a little bit better, Bat Coaster. Any man who can rock a baby carrier is too much, man. Man, but hey, you know what? If I ever have a kid, which I probably won't. Are you babysitting? Nah, dude, River's my kid. Man, it has been a long time. Feels like 1 minute we're rolling up to exams with bad hangovers. The next, we're both fathers. Where you been, man?
Nice.
I was working out in California, just relocated to business. Aria! Resub, 2 months! Craig is gorgeous. Craig is gorgeous, Aria. Man, 2 months. I love that. And we're one off from a hype train, too. And I guess at this point, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1 more sub, and we have our next bean for Bean Boozled. I was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay. No kidding. Man and I just moved to the side of town. How's Smashley doing? I mean, Ashley. Yo, her name is Smashley. Yo, that girl's nickname is Smashley. Sheesh. I mean, Ashley. Ashley's her name. She actually still goes by Smashley. We got divorced. Back goes to Chris. Thank you. Oh my god. How's Smashley doing? Oh yeah, she is still Smashley and we got divorced. Oh no. But thank you so much, you two. If you got gifted the sub, make sure to thank them, okay? We have... Oh. Dirty dishwasher or birthday cake? No. Oh my god. Oh no. Don't dab and victory sign at me. Pain, it is pain, Aria, it is. Wanting the Sunnyside titties with a hint of salt and pepper and some hash browns on the side. Damn. Dishwasher, yeah. Birthday cake sure is disgusting. Weirdly enough, I'm not that big a fan of cake. I like really dense chocolate cakes, and that's about it. Or like a spice cake. Craig gets off divorced, dad living his best life, raising his daughter alone energy. I mean, yeah, he definitely does. She actually still goes by Smashley, and we got divorced last year. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. It's old news. We take turns taking care of River and the twins. It's all copacetic. I've never seen copacetic spelled out before. Usually you see a word and then you try to pronounce it. Like copacetic does not look anything like what it sounds. Twins? Yeah, 3 kids? Ain't like something, bro, right? Keg Stan Craig is a father of 3. Keg Stan Craig? Oh, yeah, it's my old college nickname. You got it because you did a lot of keg stands. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Every time you get a bad bean in my brain, the Final Fantasy Victory fan player plays. That is mean. That is mean. That is so mean. Eating Doritos, yay or nay? Yay. 100%. You gotta. Who would not? Can I do it? Hey, I'm in chat with... Look, I'm a chatter as well. Is that thing where you do a handstand on a keg and then drink from the keg? Right. He was very good at it. Oh, bro, I hate to be that guy, but I'm in the middle of my daily jog and I really got to keep my heart rate. Brought River along for, you know, resistance training. I brought River as a windbreak. The wind hits her first and bounces off. You were looking at an Insta story beat. Oh, Deity, it's fate. It's fate. How is it so far? It's pretty great, Fat Cat. How you doing? How's your night been, girl? He just squats with the baby. The baby he sets the baby on a dumbbell and lifts it up. You jog daily. I jog yearly. On January 1st, when I promised myself I'm going to jog daily for the rest of the year, but give up after 30 minutes and just walk home. Oh. Well, it's never too late to get back into it, dude. You should join me sometime. I don't know. Hey. Come on, it'd be fun. We could grab breakfast afterwards, catch up. We could do a bro brunch like the good old days. All right, sure. That sounds great. Oh. Great. Let's get that going soon. I better get moving. Your new personal record is 1 baby. Went out with your mom and sis. Oh, how was it, Fat Cat? Y'all do anything fun? Dino Nuggies? Yo, son, you giving me the easiest. You giving me the easiest answers. Ditos and Dino Nuggies. Flash Fox, who are you? Saying no to Dino Nuggies? Craig gives a little wave, puts his earbuds back in, and jogs off. Can't believe Craig is ripped and has kids. I'm reeling. Why's that? Craig I knew is not fit to be responsible for any living thing, including and especially himself. One time I watched him drink an entire jar of Marin. Oh, God. Amanda, he opened up a new jar of marinara sauce and then he drank it like it was a thing that normal people do. It was unholy. And then I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he said, and I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro." Oh, no. Force feed the Dino Nuggets the anti-Dino Nugget? Exactly. Once upon a time, then I become... Oh. Missed something. Then I become a monster. Monsters don't deserve Dino Nuggies. Oh, no. Flash Fox, you deserve Dino Nuggies. You deserve it. Oh, yeah, Choo-Choo, thanks for the hype train, y'all. Thank you, thank you. Amanda? Oh, I read this one. I mean, technically, he's not wrong. He jogs. He was jogging. He's like a totally different person. Anyway, we better get home. I'll have plenty of time to reflect on how old I feel later. Amanda and I flop down on the couch. Amanda has to shove some empty boxes out of the way before she can sit. about we're gonna be putting myself back into these boxes in a few months. No, don't you say that. Oh, Dad, it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine. I know. It's just... You're my little girl. It's gonna be weird not having you around. I'll come and visit. I'll text you every day. I'll take lots of pictures. I mean, obviously, I'm a photography major. You promise?
Yeah.
Of course. Are you gonna be okay on your lonesome? I feel like Amanda's very entertaining watching a romantic tension between her dad and all these random guys. Amanda's like, do we move to like the the hot dad capital? Oh, come on. I'll be fine. I'll get a dog or something. A dog. Freaking art school. I'll stay for the dog. Is that what it's gonna take?
Yeah.
Medium-sized dog, handkerchief around the neck. I get to name it. That's what it'll cost me to give up my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs. Yeah, look, it's my wife. Well, a dog is a lot cheaper than college.
Eh?
Suddenly, a pile of envelopes slides through the mail slot. Speaking of college, Amanda darts over to the envelopes and shovels through them. She pulls out one and throws the rest back on the floor. Man, stealing all the cookies, throwing the mail on the floor? This girl is evil. This thing is Grinder personified. This is from McGowan College of Art and Design. Open it. Want a break from the ads? Sad. Any snipers in chat? I know Roro's not here, so. Open it. I'm scared. It's just an envelope. Yeah, it's just like my entire future. Not a big deal. She takes a deep breath and rips the letter open with her teeth. We have a letter opener, but okay. Hold my breath. Chris! Sniper! Yo, thank you so much for sniping Guillotine. Welcome back to the family. You get some sniper emotes, some hella scuffed sniper emotes in chat. Hold my breath while Amanda's eyes dart back and forth scanning the letter. What does it say? The admissions committee has reviewed your application. Blah, blah, blah. Her face drops. Regret to inform you that we're unable to offer you admission to the McGowan College of Art and Design. Amanda throws the letter on the coffee table. Oh, sweetie. It's okay. I saw it coming. I knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their admissions officer told me they just wanted to see portraits or whatever. I'll pull Amanda in for a big hug. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is going to want to snatch you up for sure. Yeah, I know, it's fine. Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? I'm fine, really. Face says the opposite, but I probably shouldn't push her on this. Exactly, don't push. Making egg sandwiches, thanks. Just don't take the ones off my titties, okay? Polished outlighters, good times. Pretty much. Tactical nuke incoming! I don't think anyone has a kill streak that high right now, son.
Oh.
Oh, and before I forget, Emma R and Emma P are sleeping over tonight. So, you need me out of the way because I'm painfully uncool? I would choose more delicate phrasing, but yes. Well, I'll have you know that I conveniently already have plans for tonight, so you have to make a new place to yourself. Yeah? What are your plans? Quick, think of plans. I'm going clubbing. I'll put on a nice outfit and go tear up on the dance floor. All the hottest dance moves. The lawnmower, the sprinkler, the running man. You know the ones these kids' days are doing. Oh. Eggs and barbecue sauce? Oh, because barbecue sauce on my titties, yeah. Alright, but I'm not going to come pick you up if you pull anything that time. Not again. Just kidding. I'm actually going to go out and watch the game. Nice. Which game? You know, the game. The one that's on tonight. The game on TV. At somewhere other than here. Okay, cool. While you do that, I'm going to do drugs and commit some light arson with the Emmas. I'm concerned you're hanging with the wrong crowd. I'm concerned she is the wrong crowd. Amanda shrugs. I would have expected you guys to be up to the white-collar crime by this point. Maybe money laundering at the least. I'm a street rat, Pops. You're kidding about doing drugs and crime, right? Yes, Dad. Just making sure. Give her a pat on the head. Have fun with your sports. Are you being sarcastic?
Ugh.
No, making fun of sports is played out. Sports ball, am I right, Chad? Whoa! Why are we yelling about eggs and titties? Well, I have eggs on my titties in game, and Guillotine wants to take my eggs off my titties.
Huh.
Alright then. I do some light cleaning around the house and decide to clear out right before Amanda's friends arrive. Before I leave, Amanda stops me. Hey, don't forget you have the meeting with my English teacher tomorrow. Alright, Mr. Vega. Yep, totally remembered. I'll be there. And then that's where you put it in your calendar or set an alarm so you remember. Wow, because I didn't really think this plan through. I'm not entirely sure where the closest bar is, and Amanda still hasn't shown how to use the GPS on my phone. Oh no, chat. Who am I in this game? Why am I the most pathetic human being ever? Oh my god. Thank you for the stretch, son. Oh. Let's go. This way. Cool. Okay, we're marching. We're marching in the direction of the game. Any game, really. In the distance, could it be? A big burned out neon sign hangs above a tiny dive bar. Jim and Kim's, huh? Alright. It'll do. Time for the classic wandering around making shit up. You mean every D&D session ever? The small bar is dimly lit. The crack of pool balls sounds in the back as patrons laugh and joke. A string of multicolored Christmas lights hover over the bartender. I can't tell if he's Jim or Kim. I pull up a seat at the bar. What'll it be? One beer, please. Sure thing, boss. Bartender just slides me an ice-cold beer. I take a sip and enjoy the refreshing taste. Whoever says that beer is refreshing is a liar. Beer has never smelled good or tasted good. I refuse. I refuse. Man put eggs on his titties and can't even use basic human sense. Fair enough. Pineapple on pizza? That's a no. That's a no for me, son. Speaking of water, I'm gonna grab some water right now. Oh. Flashbox knows. Piss water. Although I can't hate pineapple on pizza enjoyers because my wife is one, and I don't want to incur her wrath. So, pineapple on pizza is fine. Say, are you Jim or Kim? I'm Neil. Oh. I awkwardly turn my attention to the game, which is playing on one of those TVs on the wall. As I would have it, my team of preference is not only playing, but is currently in the lead, which is always a good thing. I'm winning. I like that. The brightly colored mascot, which is some kind of animal, does cartwheels. I silently cheer on my favorite team, hoping that I don't give into any confrontational arguments with a fan of the opposing team. Several people in this bar are wearing the distinctive colors of the team I dislike, though I believe from their demeanor that, like me, the passion for their team is all in good fun. This is written by someone who has never watched a sporting event in their life. I don't believe that the person who is writing this game has seen a game of sports. Cooked pineapple is tasty in general. Sorry, I'm not that big a fan of fruit in general. I'm a big baby. I love me vegetables. I'll eat pretty much any vegetable, but fruit, nah. Oh, hello. A middle-aged woman holding a nearly empty wine glass slides up to the bar and sits uncomfortably close to me. Hey, Sarah. Oh, hello. Good to see fresh meat in here. I'm Mary. Come here often? Oh, no. I actually just moved into this part of town today. I'm Talale, by the way. You throw grapes at me and my egg titties? What, is it like 1 point for hitting the white, 3 points for hitting the yellow? Never been inside a Buffalo Wild Wings when that shit hit the fan. I forgot that Buffalo Wild Wings was even a sports bar. All I remember is how delicious their sauces are. I haven't been to one in forever. Oh, no, I actually just moved to this part of town today. I'm Talale, by the way. be watching the game. Yeah, my preferred team is in the league. What the fuck is this? And they keep this up, they'll win the game with ease. Oh, I love that team. I also love that game. I love someone who knows their way around balls. What is happening? What is happening? I'm getting the impression that she's a little drunk. Buy a gala drink. Don't. No, I don't want a weird alcoholic girl hitting on me. Maybe some other time.
Come on.
Suit yourself, sailor. Mary saunters off, setting her sights on the newest bar patron to enter. I happily watch the game over another beer. The game has gotten close in terms of points. A little too close than what I'm comfortable with. You know your way around balls too, Guillotine? Can you teach me? Can you teach me? I think I need to show y'all something. Give me 1 second. I don't even know if I should show this on stream or not. I am not going to show this on stream, but I'm going to link it in the Discord if y'all want to see a very, very funny video that may be against TOS. It's in Cool Vids if you want to see it. How do I make it? There we go. Oh, nope. Chat, you ever feel like you're an absolute boomer? Because that's what I feel like sometimes. There we go. It's in the Cool Vid section. As a particularly skilled player scores a number of points for the other team, putting them in the lead, I hear an affirmative grunt from another man at the bar. Go team. It's the brooding man from the coffee spoon. He sits alone, sipping whiskey and watching the game as well. Enjoying the game? I am now that we're winning. Oh, we must be room for different teams. In my opinion, my team is far superior. I have to disagree with that. Based upon our win-loss record, I'd say my team is superior. That's where you're wrong. Since it stands right now, my team is beating yours. Competition ends there. We both go back to silently rooting for our spectators. If I just say the word teams too many times. The game is close with both sides playing their hardest to win, but in the end, my team prevails. Quiet cheers ripple through the bar. I raise a respectful glass to the man drinking whiskey. He raises his in response. An unspoken truce is formed between us based on mutual love for the game. He motions to the bartender, who pours out 2 glasses of whiskey. The man slides it over to me. The names... What kind of voice do I want to use for him? Name's Robert. That's kind of too close to mine. Name's Robert. Thanks, I'm Talale. You must be new here. Mary already hit on you? Yeah. Robert chuckles. She's a peach. Well, you picked the best bar in town. As slimy as it is, you'll never find a better spot than Jim and Kim's. Is there actually a Jim or a Kim that runs this place? No, that'd be Neil. Neil waves from across the bar. Stop, Neil. Can I romance Neil, chat? I need to romance Neil. Good guy, Neil. Not enough Neils in the world. Okay. You a whiskey fella or a beer fella? I'm a whiskey fella, actually. Beer, but I'll drink most things. You like shots? This is the cringiest sentence ever. Ooh, shots fired. I don't like them. Personally, me, but I would never say this sentence in my life. I like shots. Thank you. Robert nods to Neil, who serves up 2 shots of whiskey. He hands one to me. Here's to your health. We take the shots. The whiskey burns going down. I try my hardest to look tough. Wait, I think this is what making friends is. Okay, Talale, this guy's out for my friend league. I think I'll play my cards right. We'll be pals in no time. Comment on the hand tattoo. I like your tattoo. What does it mean? Okay. Load. No, I don't have any reason. He didn't like that, chat. He didn't like it. It's a reminder. I wait for him to elaborate, but it seems he's done talking. Man, this guy's mysterious and cool. Way cooler than I am. Robert signals to the bartender for another round. What are you doing here tonight? My daughter kicked me out of the house. Not like forever. She's having a sleepover with her friends. Family type, huh? Single dad. He gets up. Be right back. Got a pout on my nose. Never seen Robert this talkative. He must like you. I guess so. There goes your health and she's been locked alcoholic. No. Alright, I guess I better, you know, start drinking then. I have had this in my room since the last time we did a Drunk Extreme stream. I just am so lazy that I haven't brought it downstairs. It's just been sitting next to me. It's just been sitting there. You'll join me, brother? Alright, I'll take a sip. I'll take a sip. Oh. When was that? I don't know, like a month or two ago? No, I don't drink much. Ugh. I also drink mixed drinks and not straight. Might as well finish if it's just a bro, this is like half a liter of whiskey. What do you mean just finish it off? What do you mean? Oh. Oh no. Sorry, give me a second, y'all. There we go, it's fixed. Something on my end broke. Gotta admit that Robert has a gruff charm to him. If a guy like that thinks I'm cool, then I really must be. Robert comes back from the bathroom and grabs his leather jacket. I'm gonna go home. You heading my way? Robert and I leave the bar and find ourselves walking in the same direction.
Hey.
I live in this cul-de-sac down the way. Does everybody live there? Yeah, does everyone live there? Deity, feeling degenerate. You have a problem, okay? That's terrifying. Me too. We just finished unpacking today. Great place to be. Good neighbors. Well, some of them. Who's that? We get to Robert's house, which is just a few houses away from mine. We stop and he turns to me. I don't kiss and tell, Talal. So we doing this, or what? What?
Hey.
You know, do you want to come inside or not? A wave of realization rushes over me. I blush. Chat, what do I do? Kovu, you turn in time for the Ara. Not only do you turn in time for the Ara, but I'm being propositioned. And left too, hello. So confused when I saw the stream announcement playing Final Fantasy dating hot dads. Oh no, did I not? Oh, I must have not changed the freaking channel until after the announcement went out. Oh no. There was a quest line. I wish there was a quest line. Let me date Hithlo and Emmett. How's that sound? Play hard to get? No, thank you. Really? Play hard to get? All right, chat. All right. I better call it a night. Catch you around? Sure. At home, head buzzing with whiskey. What did he mean by, are we going to do this or not? My heart boom, 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 is racing. But how you guys doing tonight, Kovu and Lef? I wake up for a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, by the way. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Whoops, must have winked back out. Check my phone again. Hey, bud, still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig. I do want to catch up. Can confirm Stone Ronso can bring some of the big DILF energy. Hell yeah. Turned out birthday dinner is going to be Saturday, so I'm chilling here tonight. Well, I'm glad you're here. You're up at 6 a.m. Terrifying. Get your swole on. This game has some cringy dialogue. You did miss the whole part where we were talking about the game and the team I like. Go to the gym. Hey, my man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20. After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing. Let's meet at the gym. I stretch and my bones creak. I stop falling asleep on the couch. Throw up my blanket and... Hey, wait, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Oh, she's tucking in her dad, who got really drunk with some guy. Aw. You're at work by 6:30 a.m. every day? Oh, Rise, that sucks. Oh, no. Oh, no. My job doesn't start until 7:45, and I work from home. So I usually get up around 7, take a shower, and hop on. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early morning. Birds chirp, and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course, he spots me and waves enthusiastically. Hey, bro, good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm definitely not as pumped as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? Help! With your help, I am. I get the feeling this is going to be less of me kicking butt and more than Jim kicking my butt. But I can handle it with you here. Aw, that's cute. Start working usually at 7, and sometimes I wake up at 7. Hell yeah, 4. Hell yeah. You love this game? This game is super cute. I love it. You're off weekends and holidays? I am off weekends and holidays as well. I work for the state, so I get a lot of holidays as well. Oh, he liked it. So far, I'm 2 for 3 on the guys I'm talking to liking what I said. Didn't play all the endings for it, but most of them. How many endings are there? I would have no idea. Dude, bro, that means a lot.
Bro.
I love the little tiny voice acting moments, like, bro. We head to the gym, and I'm immediately intimidated. All of these people look like they could break me in half, and it seems like Craig is friends with all of them.
Oh.
He high-fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. So, okay, we've now confirmed that the person who wrote this has never watched sports or been in a gym before. Oh, no. Is that what we want? Flash Fox. He high-fives and finger guns all of the cool jocks in the room. Looks like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Come on, bud, let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking's good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So, I know we're on treadmills. Yes. And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What's all this, other stuff? Craig laughs.
Hey.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I know that a lot of the gyms that I've been to in the past, back when I could work out, they had like diagrams on the machines that showed you what they would, like what muscles they would use for. So Daysum, there are plenty of endings. True enough, I think the last visual novel that I played through fully was Higurashi, and that does not have multiple endings. I know that. Hit my own gym tonight too, so I'm in this zone too. Hell yeah. Might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watched as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine. Everything was once used to process grain into flour. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself?
Nice.
That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? Praying to some sort of pain god. In high school, I spent most of my time in the weight room, skipped some of classes. Hear my PE teacher just playing MJ on repeat. That's awesome, Flash Fox. For gym, for myself, when I was growing up, we got to choose what kind of gym we wanted in high school. I always chose net sports. Because net sports, it was like volleyball, it was badminton, which I loved. And for some reason, archery was also included in net sports, and I don't know why. So that's what I did every time. If you're okay with horror games, the Zero Escape visual novels are pretty good. I actually do own a compilation of them on PS4 Power. I've not played them. I do this thing where I buy video games when they're on sale and then never play them. But I mean, hey, it has your backing though. How you doing, Power? It's like a religious self-flagellating meant to atone for one's sins. You're actually not so far off from the truth. Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. Don't try to match. Look at him. This is Adonis, and you're a fucking farm boy out of the bumfuck nowhere. What are you gonna do to match this god of a man? My Jim is strapping a flight recorder on my face and falling around like an imbecile. Fair enough. Those are your 150 Steam games? Ooh. Ooh. Well, 269 plus 26 plus 10. Well, how many of these do you think I've played, y'all? That doesn't include refunds. I've had that Steam account since I was like 13. Oh no, Craig has trimmed the speed. I better do the same. How long you been doing the buff thing? Oh. I think it's time for a Steam sale. My wallet. My wallet. Plenty of stream content. I don't know. I don't think the Deus Ex compilation that I got for $5 would be good stream content. Couple years. What do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing? Oh, I coach my twin softball team. That still counts as both dadding and buffing. I like to keep busy. What do you do for fun? I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. Cringe. Cringe. These are so cringe. I love learning, I guess. I try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all that intellectual content. You know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens, mostly those things. Honey, read the text on screen. It's you. I think Isaac is my most played game. She's screaming there. I love The Binding of Isaac. I watch a video of Binding of Isaac every night to go to sleep. You're a dad, of course. You are cringe. It's just job description. Fair enough. So you watch the History Channel too, huh? Yes. We're jogging now. Oh my god, he just had hearts and like cum coming out of him. I mean sweat. Look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying. I can even feel my life force draining through my every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. Oh my god, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast. Oh. And we're at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better? You told me to create a distraction, so of course I do. A sick keg stand, get everyone cheering. And then I try to steal a fish from a fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot. Hey. And then you drop the fish and it's flopping around and you panic. So you run up to me post keg stand with a dying, dirty fish in your hands that you scooped off the ground. You're yelling at me that we have to leave. Bro. So we're running out of the frat party with the fish and trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we get him home and get him into a bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Oh. Shouldn't have looked at your game count. Oh no, Kovu. Oh no. Oh no. Can't play it much anymore. Makes my wrist do bad. Oh, I use a controller, so it's not too bad. Just my thumbs. Kakarot, welcome back. And next day he's alive and well. Hey. They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U, and they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts. Holy moly. My character is pathetic. Oh.
Nice.
Dude, bro, are you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. Fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. It doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later. You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here. You sure? Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, here, I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of a thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste. Oh no, he's giving me a freaking like kale smoothie. I've done that before. It went wild and maxed out and tossed my ass. Hell yeah. The egg boobas are the best shirt. They are the best shirt left. I had to. Even if folks don't hit my wish list hard today, I'd be able to pick out a single game every day and almost fill out a year. Kovu, it's ridiculous. I don't need... I mean, I almost could too. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sitting at, what was it? I'm almost at 300 games on Steam right now. It's crazy. It's protein shake, bro. Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here it goes. Take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Whoa, this is really good. And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it. Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood if the treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this. Everything. I'll see you around. Leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. I feel like I'm being called out, chat. I also need to work on my dad bob. Bob? I mean, look at this. Ugh, look at that gut. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. Supposed to be at men's school in 5 minutes. Friendly put on some clean clothes, supply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. So I stayed out late, drank whiskey with a stranger, came home, passed out on the couch, woke up, went to the gym, passed out again, and I'm missing my daughter's thing. Do I work? Do I have a job? No body shaming here when I'll allow it? Oh, I ain't shaming. I got a dad bod. Man hurts back showing off stomach, more news after sports. Well, I wasn't hurt my back. It was I was pushing out my stomach, so it ended up like feeling uncomfortable. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. Check my watch and believe to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? Spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? Bro. He's got the fucking, Catboy idle hands, the whole clench thing. Look at that. Got the same studded belt you find in every Hot Topic. The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Ugh. Come on, kid. I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. I don't know. Tried the exit? Okay, wise guy. You're gonna help me or not? Ugh. Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. You can't miss them. Head upstairs and walk around. I'm able to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk, you sent me on the wild goose chase. Get back to where the low-rent Gerald Way is standing, fully ready to give him peace of my mind when suddenly a head pops out from the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Wow. I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must be Taleo. The period is almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Miss Vega leads me in and I take a seat at one of the comically small student desks in the back. I might get stuck in this.
Oh.
Alright, where are we? Now you can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye. I am an English major, chat. I have never read The Catcher in the Rye. Do you want to know why I've never read The Catcher in the Rye? Because the advanced placement English courses had different books. So everyone else in my school was reading like Catcher in the Rye, Scarlet Letter and stuff like that. And I was reading Kafka. I would have preferred to read anything besides Kafka. You're not missing anything? Fair enough, Chris. How you doing? Vega's an A+ daddy? I mean, look at that mustache. Hubba hubba. Scarlet Letter is good. I did end up reading that one after. I did enjoy Scarlet Letter. Yes, Colin. Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise. All right, so now we have never watched a sports game, never worked out before, and also has never been to school before, because no one fucking does that. Sorry, like the stream was playing Hades and lost track of time. Well, to be fair, Hades is a lot more entertaining than I am, Chris. Don't you worry. What shenanigans are we getting into tonight? Kev, we are playing Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator.
Oh.
All right, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell for the end of the period rings. All the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Oh.
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions at page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Or not, I guess. Never been to a school before. Never. This person who wrote this game has never been to a school. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both, you know, budget cuts. Right.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please call me Hugo. Ooh. Dream Daddy is an amazing visual novel filled with way too many attractive people. So far, I'm on a full awooga, eyes, hearts popping out, hamana for everyone I've seen so far. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but I'm sure you know Amanda's a very bright student. I'm concerned about her recent behavior. I'm gonna try. Soggy Pia Snake? Probably butchered that terribly. I apologize, but thank you for the follow, Snake. How you doing today? Is this Final Fantasy? This is definitely Final Fantasy. A younger POC Tom's like, oh my gosh, you're right, Lef. What's going on? Amanda's never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk this up to seniorities, but... Senioritis. This is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. Hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? I mean, we just moved. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only the other side of town, and man was more excited about it than I was. See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. She keeps heading down the road. And how important art school is to her. Would hate to see her miss out on the scholarship money that clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo. Anytime. I'm on my way out to stop. Thinking for a moment, I turn to Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yes? You ever catch that? Ooh, thank you for the stretch, Snake. Thank you. This game turned me into a bi-curious George. Oh no. You doing well? Welcome in. How'd you find me? But I didn't even make a choice there. He just liked it. Yes. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force of positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she'd appreciate a ride home. Maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. What was that noise? It sounded like a little, like, devil chuckle. So cringe. Very cringe, Aria. Very cringe. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops into the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? Mario Batali? What? No way. Is this really who I'm thinking of? How? How is this your celebrity crush? Look at this. Look at this. 3 or 14 YouTube VODs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Welcome on in. Can I have your pronoun, by the way? I want to make sure you don't get misgendered. The American Chef got right? It was a pretty productive meeting. Pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. Let's go to the mall food court. That sound good to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter out to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets a little older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. That's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. That's okay. But also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. Maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's good to share. I love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine, he's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I, Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know you can talk to me about anything. Uh-huh. You know, whatever it is, she doesn't want any knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard MR is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Dipshit, that's probably what it's fucking about. I want to go to art school. My friend gets to go to a fancy art school in California. Is my character just incredibly stupid? What is this? Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same art school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. So funny. I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah? Who's Noah? Man, this is every single conversation with anyone who doesn't want to talk. This is rough. Teenagers are hard. I remember being a teenager and it being hard. Oh. My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ugh. I can't believe you would... Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you... Ugh. Gross. Sorry, just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Methinks someone doth protest too much? Holy shit. Having a meltdown over here. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. This hurts. This hurts my soul. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple of different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah. Language missing. Heck yeah? Better. Can we get a fuck yeah? How about a fuck yeah? We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's a greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread dipped with cheese on it? Or do you want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We eat her a giant plate of chips and an unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. Sheesh! Sheesh! I don't know where my weed pen is. Oh, there we go. Sheesh! We are a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat them through the pain. We enjoy the fermented cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. I've never been a fan of like food court nachos or movie theater nachos. If you do like home nachos, like actually do the cheese at home, do the salsa and stuff, that's delicious. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain the memes? Can you explain memes to me? Ugh, which meme? All memes? Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done with the joke. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out. So it just dates it and isn't funny. How much do you want to bet the next line is going to be a dated meme? Oh shit, one. God damn it. I should have been the one to write this game, apparently. Can you just get popcorn at theaters? Same. Homegrown nachos. So they are stale nachos. The cheese is so expired. 100%. Eating through the pain is also called depression. Don't call me out like that. Well, goddamn played. See? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Want to go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment, despite being an exact representation of the establishment. I don't know what store you're talking about. How dare you? How dare you insult my culture this way? Hot Topic was a way of life. It was a way of life, goddammit. What would you do without a neon green sweatshirt with Gur on it eating a cookie? What would you do without that? We went to Spencer's or Hot Topic? Hot Topic, of course. Spencer's was always worse than Hot Topic. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against, the punk and hardcore movements in the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. One you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. He makes a beeline for the back. No, don't go to the back. That's where all the dildos are. Don't go to the back. That's where the dildos are. Don't let your child run to the back. You miss going to Hot Topic? Same, Drake. Same. And then FYE. I don't know how big FYE is, but FYE always had a huge section in the back that was all anime. All anime. And it was like shitty weeaboo stuff. Like you could get a really terrible Akatsuki robe. You could get like kendo sticks. It's terrible. Danny, hello, how you doing? Welcome on in. Who didn't love Hot Topic and Spencer for the mid-90s? It's so good. So good. There it is. You can still see the outline. So proud. Speech. Amanda. Yes. Speech. All right, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. Clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that will forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda and Stream Dad had too much blue raspberry slushy on out into the mall. Chat, am I going fucking crazy? And historic, that's not grammatically correct. It should be ahistoric, right? Oh, I thought the dildos were Spencer's, not Hot Topic. Hot Topic didn't really have that many dildos, but it had similar stuff in the back. It was the more risque section, like sex dice and stuff. It is, though? I thought it was just supposed to be A. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Oh, must just be me then. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping. So at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several of the patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Remember the sex dice? Yeah, and like you could roll some, like, lick the floor. It's like, that's, ooh, so sexy. Oh, hey, chain wallets. While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for Dad to look at in a Dead Goth and Beyond. Clearance bin for hot deals. There's a big cardboard box on marked down items. I'm pretty sure our $4 of purple eyeliner is a good deal, I think. Wonder if I would look good in purple eyeliner. Sheesh, maybe. Look at the anime t-shirts, easy. Oh my god. I had my entire freaking wardrobe was anime t-shirts. That's literally the way that my wife noticed me, was I was wearing a Gaara t-shirt. She saw I was wearing a Gaara t-shirt from Naruto, and the way she decided to start having conversation with me was bringing me up a copy of a Ron High School Host Club. So without Hot Topic anime t-shirts, I wouldn't have met my wife. Hell yes, I would. Look, this is very important to me. Overhear a stifled argument at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't you know what you tell you, dude? I just work here. Whoa. Whoa. I guess got jump scared by his voice. I learned for but a moment and his wife talk. Thank God. Thank God. How you doing, broke? Oran High School Host Club is base. That's so great. Yep. I freaking love Oran. Haven't finished it. We own every single book of it. It's the only anime that we have a full, like every single volume of it, of the manga, and I still haven't finished reading it. Ethics? Blech. Blech. Listen, when I brought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. Huh. I see. Well, it would seem that I've outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. Man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Good self-report, I was mid-typing. Oh. I guess I can finish it, chat. I guess I can finish it at some point. Haruhi-san! Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Dadtron 5000! Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt into the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. Huh. That brings up a very important point, chat. This is something that I try to do, which is compliment random people in passing. Not like, oh, you look so good today, but I'll notice something like, oh, your beard looks really good, or I love that shirt, and I'll point it out just casually. I'll be walking past someone in the store and go, hey, I love your beard. Like I made friends with a guy at my local smoke shop. He has like an incredible walrus mustache, and I was like, yo, bro, no one can pull off a mustache, but you are. It's awesome. And now whenever I go in, he's like, yo, what's up? And he fist bumps me. Just you know, just compliment people. Make them feel good about themselves. Goth people, vampire daddy, hell yeah. So what's that guy's deal? Cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. I do that if a girl has dyed hair or tattoos. I just compulsively compliment them. Dyed hair or tattoos is a really easy one to latch onto, because you need to find something that's not like, you look so good today. Because especially as a guy, it comes off weird. So I always make sure to cherry pick something good about like a choice they made, like the beard they chose to grow, or how they they bought a shirt that looks nice, you know? She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear that the conversation's over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda sits on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, cool! Long Hair Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? What? Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also they're hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Amanda, this game is calling you out so hard. This game is calling you out so hard. I've seen so many vids with guys saying they remember every random comment they get, every praise, and it makes me sad men don't get that many random compliments. Exactly. Be the person that pays those compliments. 100%. What flavor of ice cream, though? If I had to pick a favorite flavor of ice cream, it would probably be Ben & Jerry's Fish Food. That is probably the best ice cream to ever exist. Is this a supernatural burn? I think it's just like a History Channel burn, where it's like truckers and ghost hunting and like the lobsters on the open sea and all that kind of trash TV. Oh no, the ghost done got out of control of the truck. I can't steer on them damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, you're gonna That's because we're about to die, you. This is art. This one ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. Well, I guess she does have a Twitter. Stay a little bit longer. Curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after a disastrous ice road accident. Afterwards, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Now I have social anxiety, so I will still just think my compliments in my head. Oh, 100%. And then think about the moment I should have said something for several years to come. Oh no, Lef. Oh no. Lef, that's poor. Head pats for Lef. I'm a basic man. Get me some cream chocolate chip cookie dough, dude. Oh man, a basic chocolate chip cookie dough with sweet cream is like heaven. I know we were talking about pineapples and pizza before. I've heard that mint ice cream is divisive because mint ice cream is some of my favorites in the world. Morning, sleepyhead. More minutes. You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves in one desk. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a bookcase. Amanda, my Amanda, is actually the constructor of the house. Whenever we get like a new thing that needs to be like Allen wrenched together, she's the one that does it. I have an absolute deranged ice cream and topping favorite, and I cannot. Brooke, tell me, Brooke. Mint is a good one. I'll raise Moose Tracks. I love Moose Tracks. Peanut butter ice cream is. Some people not like mint ice cream. A lot of people don't like mint because they feel like it tastes like toothpaste, which is insane to me. But they were talking about absolutely insane ice cream topping compilation. My brother-in-law, brother-in-law? Amanda's brother. He, when we got to Cold Stone, he would always get vanilla and cotton candy ice cream with brownies and gummy bears. And what else? Something else. But it was like a deranged order. It was terrifying. This is a somewhat valid comparison, but it doesn't taste anything similar. Vanilla ice cream with a small gummy bears. Oh my god. Oh my god, Brooke, I just called you out so hard. Brooke, no. No, Brooke, I killed you. Arizim, hello. I don't think mint tastes like toothpaste. I think it tastes like mint, which you hate. Oh no. Double jeopardy. How you doing, Arizim? And Kahime, hello. It's the same with root beer. Some people it tastes like sweet and fizzy. Other people it tastes like cold medicine. I know that like a lot of places outside of America really don't like root beer. Root beer is one of the only sodas I will drink. I don't really like soda anymore, but if it's like a good quality root beer, like a craft root beer, I'll have it. Regular chocolate ice cream. Ice cream gotta have bits in it for me, man. As I've said before, I used to work in Vermont. I grew up around the Vermont area, so Ben & Jerry's is my shit. And when you go to the Ben & Jerry's factory, you get that fresh made ice cream. So good. So good. Peanut butter stout ice cream with pretzel bites? That does sound like the most amazing ice cream ever, Kovu. 100%. Oh. Had a fucking good nap. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic, Roxy. I'm glad you're napping well. My naps always end up with me having a massive headache. How's it going for you? Can't believe you called me out mid-typing my favorite. I'm still shaking. Brooke, not only did I call you out, I called you out accidentally by calling out my brother-in-law. And that's just evil of me. Doing pretty good. I'm stuck doing the yearly deep clean in my bedroom. Oh, oh no, Aerosm. Can we get some salutes in chat? Some 07s for Aero? So, you're excited for a cookout today? Excited to beef up my grilling skills? I see this as a learning opportunity. If I can snake some hot grill tips, I think we consider it a success. You want me to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in a corner with a plate of food and hope nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. Look at that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? Me. I hate being late for things. I usually arrive early for things. I can't do it. Yearly deep clean, that seems very often to me. Lev, oh no. Outing yourself on the internet in front of 32 people. Oh. Ooh, your pan-searing pork. I haven't had pork chops in forever. I used to make the most delicious pan pork chops where I would cut up Granny Smith apples, cut up big rings of onions, and do like a whiskey brown sugar reduction to cook them in. So good. So good. You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve grill. Never arrive 8 nor ever arrive early and arrive precisely when you mean to.
For those of you not in the know, that was a reference to Gandalf.
If there's food, you're there early just in case I get some earlier. Yeah, make sure you get all the prime pieces. Come on. I guess a recipe for that pork? It wasn't really a recipe. I just put some olive oil in a pan and I seared the pork chops on each side. Then I literally just cut up Granny Smith and just regular onions, tossed them in, poured some whiskey, maybe like a cup of whiskey, about 8 ounces of whiskey. I don't know how much that is in milliliters. I'm American. Don't ask me to do things the smart way. And then I just added in like 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then once that reduces a bit, you toss the pork chops in to get them covered in the glaze and to reheat a bit. Your stream was like ASMR to me. I fall asleep like a baby while lurking. Oh, well, thank you. That's actually really nice of you to say, Noir. Wow. I feel very honored. You mean that nicest way possible? Oh, Noir, that's my favorite thing to do. I fall asleep every night listening to a specific YouTuber play Binding of Isaac. Every night. I show 5 minutes late. It's rude here to come early because people clean and stuff up to the moment. Oh, I didn't even know that, Lef. That's a good thing to know about. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people. The smell of hot dog wafts through the air. Blech. Small children run through a sprinkler and adults can chat in small clusters. Set our veggie plate down. Blech. On the table next to the 2 other veggie plates, huh? Hey, there's Joseph. I wait to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome. I'm so glad you 2 are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christian and Christy. They're my twins.
Whoa.
They stare creepily and say nothing. Ugh. Oh, 100% left. They're talking about like a grocery store vegetable plate where it's like little like cubies of like baby carrots and celery and a big old thing of ranch in the middle. I love actual vegetables though. Then of course is our youngest, Krish. Hey, where's Krish? The child's name is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Drama alert, chat. The girl at the bar who was hitting me up for free drinks is this dude's wife. Oh no. Drama. And how can I forget my lovely wife, Mary?
Hey.
Joseph pecks her in the cheek. She smiles. Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Just takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Taleo and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine I need to tend to. I love her. I don't. I don't like the alcoholic parent that is, like, hitting on people at bars and letting their child wander around. I don't like that. Nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh god, this is awkward. Wonder if Joseph knows. Wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. Wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. I have to say, I don't know if this is, like, honesty to a fault, chat, but I would tell him. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels like this is too big of a thing to just, like, let sit. And I don't know if that's just me, but I don't ever like things being hidden, you know? She has to find her child that's small enough to be in a crib. Exactly. Exactly. Like, obviously, either he knows and I'm just confirming something, or I'm informing him about, you know, infidelity that needs to be addressed. I don't know. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Man and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I picked up some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling with baked goods. Chat, this might be fucked up to say. Would he believe me over his wife? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, Kihime. I did my part to tell the truth and to let them know my part in it, and not tell them right away. I do some more snooping. Well, I wouldn't be like, your wife was at the bar last night. I'd be like, oh, so I actually met your wife at the bar last night. She offered to buy, asked me to buy her a drink. Like, it's weird. I'd be a little bit more than just like, you won't believe where your wife was, you know? But yeah, if he didn't believe me, that's fine. Like, I don't have any skin in the game. I just feel like the truth should come out. Deviled eggs are great. Amanda would kill a man for a deviled egg. That woman is terrifying. He's also a dating option in a gay daddy dating sim, so I think that marriage has other problems. Yes. Also agree. I wasn't saying that I would fix their marriage by that. I'm saying that I've been not being involved in a bad marriage, so I would voice myself, you know? Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends.
Aww.
Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. They're going to talk about the weather.
Ugh.
Go. Do it. Make a friend. How could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Honestly, if I could trade my dad for a plate of cookies, I would. At least I get something out of him. Hey, yo! Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and surprised to see some familiar faces. I feel called out in social gatherings. What do you mean? How do you feel called out? Or like the character in game is. Oh, gotcha. Your dad would be gone. Out of there. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? That be the guy at the bar? Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Gotham Beyond? Is that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Greg. But wait a second. All these people live in our cul-de-sac. That can't be right. I better investigate. Yeah, this feels like a little bit eldritch. Like moving to a new part of town, suddenly all these hot dudes want to date me. They just happen to live next to me. Game Talale is a complete mood. Wait, what about real life Talale? Hey, what do you mean, Ruby? Can't I be a mood? How you doing today, Ruby? Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Probably an intense discussion. Too many people I'm hiding in my house. Fair enough. Whenever I'm at a big social gathering, I will sit in a corner with my back to the wall. That way I don't feel like my sensory issues are going to overload with everything around me. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a uniquely byproduct of the social and political climate of the time and place. And to try to take something like, say, the Rocco period and compare it to the postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Listen to Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm in comparing one work to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters. Which would you say showed more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
No.
Well, sure, you can say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. Ha! I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Well, that's pretty subjective. All of these are terrible, but I guess, well, that's pretty subjective. I'd already be at the grill like, so what we having to eat? Where's the booze? Need a little social lubricant. The baby's face is fantastic, Lef. I do agree. In large social gatherings, I tend to wander aimlessly without an emotional support friend. That would be my wife. My wife, I am her emotional support friend. Back in high school, she would never walk next to me. She would walk behind me and like hold the back of my shirt because she was too timid to like walk next to me in the hallways. Because like I would walk forward, I would weave through people, I would actually get to my destination, while she'd be more like, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's a Margaret. Right. Sorry. You're fine, dude. We're just discussing the importance of context while talking about artwork. Listen, I'll ask if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Hugo is a fucking incel. I'm that guy who talks to you like you've known you my whole life, but I met someone after 4 seconds. I'm similar, yeah. I do much better in smaller groups, like 4 to 5 people. I usually end up being like the center, but when it's like a big gathering, I'll create a pocket to myself where people can come in and talk. Or hang out with the cat and dog. There you go. That's the correct answer. Man, that's all way above my head. Me too.
Hey.
It's all good, man. Cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome.
Nice.
Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please.
Oh.
Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Taleo, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey.
Seems like your daughter is fitting in just... That's wrong, was. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. That points across the yard where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. What? I love that. The girl don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you looked cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes a flower crown and places it on top of his head.
Hey.
They changed the artwork. I was convinced they were not going to do it. Am I cool now? Girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. Hey, Taleo, this is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmenista. Carmenista? That's a badass name. That's a badass name. But the way this game makes every guy have the same handsome face, these two look like brothers. Yeah, I guess they do have similar jaw lines, like the bump in bump, bump in bump. They both have the dimples. That's all I really see, though, similarity-wise. Carmencita.
Huh.
Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually. Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? My old college friend and, your teacher.
What?
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Ah.
Yep. You still gonna give me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you. And a finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
Daisy is so cute. I know, right? What an adorable little kid. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
He looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
What?
Ernest Hemingway Vega. I'm sorry, did he just say Ernest Hemingway? He named his dad after one of the worst fucking writers in history. If I ever have to read a fucking another Ernest Hemingway novel, I will. Oh. The only other author I hate more than Ernest Hemingway. Let me just make sure I'm saying the right one. Herman motherfucking Melville. No, if anyone tried to make me watch or read Herman Melville again, I would rather jump off a bridge. Herman Melville sucks.
Ah.
Or you see why he's smoking. Fair enough. Nope. See Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette, then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Oh.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. Last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. Oh my god. The barbecue we had before that actually burned down half the yard. Then it spread into my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too. I think maybe this kid might need some more help then. Stop that. Are you kidding me? The guy's an arsonist. The teacher made us read him and was floored when I said a then 17-year-old, he's a very good, he kind of sucks speech during class. Let me put it this way, chat. Herman Melville, the author of Moby Dick. If you've read Moby Dick, you know that it's about 1/3 story and about 2/3 diagrams of whales and discussing the anatomy of whales and the history of whales. And for some reason, Moby Dick became this cultural phenomena that's taught in schools today. I had a 400 level English course, which is the highest level that my college offered for undergrad. And the person who was leading the class got their doctorate giving a thesis on Herman Melville. So we had the biggest fucking Herman Melville fangirl as a teacher for the highest level English course I could do, and that bitch made me read Moby Dick. I had to act like I liked it. You don't touch that book, thankfully, ever? Thankfully, Roxy, thankfully. I love a passion. Is it passionate hate? So I did a thing with my Samurai in 14, which I think you might like, posted some pics in Discord. Ooh la la. I do need to see. Oh, that's so pretty. Where is this? I don't know what ship this is. Sorry, I fixed that. Why does the band look like a sensitive Raubon? Oh my god. Like Raubon if he was flowered up. Probably in Limsa. Oh, that makes sense. That is the place where all the pirate ships. Oh, it's Costa del Sol. Okay.
I don't know.
Hugo walks back over, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Oh, he's like pockmarked with acne, got one of those shit mustaches. Oh no. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Taleo, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter? Ernest. Okay. I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah. Good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. What? Yo, this bro got like victim syndrome. Holy moly. It's a 70s porn stash. I do love this stash. Too many arms? Oh, the Rowbound comment. I'm like, does one of them have 3 arms? I have to look.
I don't know.
Honest. Oh, yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Or I puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. Bro, you haven't lived long enough to kill the economy, but he's ruining mayonnaise. By the way, that guy's a fucking Zoomer. No one's blaming Zoomers for the economy. I mean, they might be now. But back in the day, where that was fucking millennials. Millennials got blamed for everything, even things millennials were too old to be doing. He seems nice. He puts his head in his hands and sighs. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. Because I want to be the cool dad. I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it.
Nice.
I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, aren't any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be cool dads? I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become a machine we once raged against, accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She still thinks I'm cool. Yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's important to be a cool dad, as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. You certainly aren't friends with him, I can say that. Millennials are being called boomers now, too. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. So we're even being blamed for something we are too young for because age is hard for younger generations. Oh no. 6.3 is going to be more Good Samurai Glam coming. Maybe I should eventually try it. Maybe. River just sitting there like, I love the baby. Baby's great.
Oh.
Our job as parents is making sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. Be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think my relationship with Amanda. We get along well, but there might come a time when I won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let it eat up your time, Taleo. Go meet some other people around the neighborhood. Someone say DaBaby? Let's go. I literally only know about DaBaby from Meat Canyon's video. If y'all don't know who Meat Canyon is, don't look it up. He's probably one of the best animators on YouTube, but all of his stuff is incredibly disturbing. Like body horror disturbing. I need like 20 samurai glams. It's gonna have a glamour plate for every minute of the day, is what we need. Robert and Brian. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-up by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. Flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys. Taleo, how the heck are ya? Settling in the neighborhood, all right? Oh, you betcha. Got a living room in order at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. Give them great in high def. Oh boy. Taleo, you met Robert yet? Yeah, we met. Robert got to over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. One guy has Taleo's head for real? Yeah. Yeah, this guy's me. I couldn't even give myself anything that looked close to this beard. This guy is me with short hair and slightly more orange. But I'm equally as hairy. I got hairy chest and everything. What's up, honey? No, the other guy is like a cool goth dude. I know, I'm moving it, I'm moving it. Oh, that's not what I meant to move. Maybe over here will be better for y'all to see the scenes. Oh, I mean, Robert's literally wearing your head. Oh. Hairy chest where? I already showed my chest. Now it feels weird. We're just about to my most recent campaign. Oh, wait, what was his voice? About my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught a first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. It's great she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Hey, that's me too. Brian raises an eyebrow at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have kid. Wait, what happened last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. Quickly, they built him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am, my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound. Now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest trade I've ever been in. Damn, chat. Damn. You missed it? Here you go. There you go, Maury. There's my hairy chest. I won't lie to you. There are moments during those 2 days where I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you build a bond with your brother in arms. That bond never breaks. Got that boy back to civilization. I lost some of me out there. Guess that's camping for you. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes out a long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river and he lost a flip-flop. Miss that kid. Brian and I laughed nervously. Yeah, bro brought down the mood. Brought down the mood. Or am I kidding? Brian and I tense up again. I'm kidding. Oh, Maury, I show you my chest and immediately you degen? You degenerate. You want to say something but I feel like a creep if you do? Say it. I'll give you an uncreep pass. Here you go. Manny does he barrel up to us, laughing. Daisy's holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghost locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess? And we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever survive the Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. This is the creepiest face I've ever seen on a human being, a child. What? That's cold-blooded. I like that. Though I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me the last time I went skiing. Robert! Wait a second. What was... Are you guys playing Long Haul? What voice did I give him? I'm walking here. Wait a second. You guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Man, and I love that show. It's the best. Especially with the episode where Colin hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah. Such quality reality television. It's a cat face, I swear. It kind of is. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show and more documentaries. All right, Daisy, I found us a couple bugs. They're going to make a great meal. Lots of protein. Going to keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Live a little. Eat a couple bugs. They're slimy yet satisfying. Come on. And he gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms for the snack table. They eat with them with mock disgust. Y'all ever have dirt before? It's like a pudding Cool Whip mixture with Oreos crumbled over the top of it and gummy worms in it. It's meant to look like dirt, but it's delicious. My best friend makes the best dirt pudding ever. He doesn't use gummy bears and use a lot more Oreos than you usually do. Dude, dirt is the shit. It is, Dolphin! I'm saying! But on actual fire. Those are playing pretend. Now you're getting it. Daisy made her run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. Guess a man just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. Well, he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Teachers say she spends every recess in the library. The other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. There it is. Let's get some mint ice cream on that chest so us degenerates have something to lick off. No! Damn! Damn, Lev. Down bad. I mean, I did give you your one free out, so there you go. Your horny escape button. Say something horny, press the button, launch. All the bonks need to re-up. Reloading! Not enough bonks! I wouldn't worry about it too much. Mena was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put them together, a little play date for them. They do seem to get along pretty well. I mean, it's an 8-year age difference. It's kind of weird. So, like, I don't know. Is it for an 18-year-old to have a play date with a 10-year-old? Wouldn't that just be, like, babysitting at that point? Maple Walnut ice cream is so good. Roxy, usually you and I see eye to eye on things, but I can't. Walnuts are yucky. They're just yucky. You're only grabbing that every single one of them are hot? I mean, it's not the point. Maple, I think is usually pretty great. Maple flows in my blood. As long as you ain't talking about that fucking Aunt Jemima shit, that fucking corn syrup ass shit. Nah, give me some real Vermont raised? Grown? Vermont tapped maple syrup? Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, don't want to take too much of your time. Go meet with some of the other fellas. It's unfair expectation for dads. The hotness of a dad comes from the inside. Being a good dad makes the radiation comes out. Vermont, you're Canadian. We have real maple syrup. How dare you, Roxy? How dare you? How dare you? You know, we have fucking Cabot cheese. That's right. We have extra sharp cheddar cheese. I saw Joseph chatting with a guy from Dead Gotham Beyond by the grill. Wonder what they're talking about. I'll walk over to them. So I'm curious. Can you walk me through what you had? What was his voice? So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Oh, thank you. Very proud of my abode. Oh. Taleo! Just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. Vampire! Says the guy that's disrespecting maple syrup? What? What do you mean, Roxy? I was saying maple syrup is the only way to... What? Like, syrup tapped from a tree is the only way to have it. You don't want none of that Aunt Jemima shit. You want to have real maple syrup from maple trees. The sharper the chair, the better. I want the chair to be able to cut me with a knife. Vampire? Vampire, daddy. I should paint my nails again. Every time I want to paint my nails, it's either while I'm streaming or while it's too late for me to paint them. The best stuff comes from Canada, of course. It's a weird way to spell Vermont, but I don't know. Maybe they spell it differently up there. How do you do? Do not believe you've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way of a gentleman to act. It's... okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Potter cannot stand maple syrup and he prefers Aunt Jemima? Oh no, Kovu. Oh no. I mean, that's just the end of the relationship, right? Sorry. I'm a Vermonter. I take syrup seriously. What do you want from me? Hey, gabagoo. Yes, my daughter and I just moved the other day. She was the one that took to Dead Gotham Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? Think for a second. Look over at Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
What?
Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself a goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I'd more describe myself as a twee hipster with some normcore leanings.
What the fuck does this mean?
I used to like maple syrup. It's touch and go these days. Flash Fox, I'm so sorry for your loss. I don't know what to say. I even have a couple of recipes where you need real maple syrup. Exactly. Real maple syrup is the best thing to ever exist. World War syrup has begun. And that is when Taleo's chat was split on Visual Novel Book Club night to 27 viewers. And at that point, everything came crashing down. Bats are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying yourself at the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thank you so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone's so friendly and welcoming.
Yeah.
Minna walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as a goth? Lost Boys is a fire movie. I love Real Maple Syrup too, but in case you got like the Pearl Milling Company syrup on Jemima. Oh, okay. To be fair, I haven't had Aunt Jemima since I was a little baby kid. So, I guess I haven't tasted it recently. Friendly and welcoming and hot and single. That would be, my dear. I don't believe you had the pleasure of meeting Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Do you think he chose the name Bloodmarch? Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Bro's got magic tricks! Amanda blushes and returns a gesture with a curtsy. Chat, you see I was leaning towards, my college roommate friend, but now I have hot vampire dad, and I really like that. You hate Aunt Jemima for personal reasons? That is terrifying, Arya. Share if you wish. I would love to hear. Unless I'm diabetic, you usually have to go low or no sugar version. 07s. 07s for red. Never seen Lost Boys, but Cry Little Sister will always be my playlist. Lost Boys, I bet you $100 Lost Boys was an awakening for a lot of people. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Whoa. Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, just as twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hi. Won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation. This bitch. I, don't know. Mary takes a long sip of wine.
Oh my god.
I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. VeggieTales, how could you? How could you do that to my boy Larry the Cucumber? Mean. Thank you for the stretch, Kekara. Oh, somebody want to leave this place? Don't encourage the alcoholic wine, Mom. Broccoli, celery, gotta be VeggieTales. She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? Yeah. You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. And my first time to the rodeo. My fourth. I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great.
Oh my.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh.
Mary. Okay. Jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. VeggieTales are the best? They are, right? I don't watch VeggieTales. It was too religious for me. Yes. Yes. It was definitely very religious. That's why I watched it growing up, because my grandparents, my grandfather is a pastor, and my grandmother is a pastor's wife. So a lot of things were restricted in the household. But it got better as I got older, you know. The actual shit is Mary. She's a drunk wine mom who's decided she hates her life. I don't remember what VeggieTales was. Thank you, Google. Come on. Pirates Who Don't Do Anything? That's the best song ever. Not really a spoiler since it was confirmed by Twitter by the creators. And it's just a throwaway line in the game. Damien is a trans man, so definitely choose his name. Oh. Well, hot damn. More sheltered than me? No. You see, because, like, what I was allowed to see and what happened was very different. Very different. Like, the house had 14 people in it. And it was very easy to disappear into the basement and watch whatever we wanted on my uncle's computer. So, I've seen a lot of terrible things. And like I said, as I got older, it did get better too. Like, I played Magic the Gathering freely in the house. We played Yu-Gi-Oh! It wasn't like super religious, but you know, they had me go to a program called I guess I shouldn't say it because it may dox me. It was a Christian boys program where you would go and it was a big group of kids, and it would start off by everyone doing some sort of recreational sport like dodgeball and stuff like that, and then you go to like a crafting section where you would learn how to build things, and then you would do some sort of like psalms and some readings, and then that would be it. And it was like once a week we did that. So you were in a cult? Oh no, oh not at all. Like I said, it was religion was around me, but it wasn't forced on me, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't like you have to do this. Oh. Your first movie I remember seeing is Scarface, take that as you will. Oh my. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucian. Have I introduced you to... No, Lucian. Have I introduced you to Talal yet? It's that punk from the school. I remember you. Whatever. There's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yup. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in Victorian era were vegetarians? He described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. It's really interesting, Damien. Here's up turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. Pretty boy has a tattoo. Diet cult. Hey, you know, hey, if we're showing off bodies, I can show you all my tattoo. Some of you might not have seen it yet. But here. I don't know if you can see it well enough. But, yeah, I have a tattoo. I want to get another one. But money is a thing, so. For sure, Vampire, for sure. Meanwhile, my synagogue's youth group had co-ed sleepovers. What? Oh my god, you just awakened a memory. We did a church lock-in where a bunch of kids basically stayed overnight in a church with like a supervisor there to watch it. And it's supposed to be like a religious thing, but no one fucking did any religion things with it. Instead, we hooked up a GameCube and played Super Smash Bros. Melee all night. It was great. Meridius Black Star? What do I don't know what that... What? Oh, wow. Holy shit, it is. I didn't even know that... Apparently my tattoo is Meridius Black Star. Wow. Unintentional reference. My dad has a tattoo of a sun on his shoulder, and I wanted to do a stylized version of a sun and make it way better than his ever could possibly be. I have problems with authority. Have I told you that? Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yup, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. So cool. Want to see mine? What? Lucy pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in legging. Oh, he's stick and poke. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian.
Oh no.
We'll talk about this later. It's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. Just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. The number carries weight. Man, Joseph is way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastor just popped out of the womb with a Bible. Wonder what he did before preaching.
Oh.
Without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties in the grill, flourishing as he flips the spatula in the air. This is some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and a crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You can't speed run grilling. Meat takes time to cook. What do you mean? Probably didn't know this, Soleil, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's ungrilleevable. Try to get on his level, but I just can't catch up.
Hey,
I just keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Speedrun salmonella any percent? Exactly. Medium rare the only way? Oh, it's the only way. Only way. If anyone says they like it well done, they're not actually human. They're an alien inside of a human's body. It's the best way to tell, actually.
Hey.
Man, so wild how all of his dads live in the same cul-de-sac.
Hey.
Kind of nice, isn't it? It's like there's a real community here. It really helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the other kids. She decides to get into the babysitting game. She'll make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all in your dad book? I realize that their voices are very similar, and that's unfortunate. Dad book? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. It's kind of like a link shell in Final Fantasy. You can't get salmonella from beef? Well, no, you can't get salmonella from beef. Hey, maybe he's grilling chicken too. My wedding was potluck. Amanda and I, we were our first year of college. We didn't have a lot of money, and neither of us ever wanted to do a big wedding. So what we decided to do is we rented a pavilion. Oh, y'all, there's only 27 of you here. You're getting the juiciest story of our wedding, and most of the people who usually watch me aren't here. You're lucky. So we chose to do a pavilion wedding, where we rented a pavilion at a state park. And so it was beautiful all around us, nice preserved woods, and my grandmother is a florist. So she decorated the entire pavilion. And her grandparents have a whole sound system. So they brought a sound system to like DJ the wedding. And her dad had a smoker. So we bought a bunch of chicken from a local butchery shop, and he smoked chicken at the pavilion for an entire day. Like he arrived there early and smoked it all the way up to pass the ceremony. It was amazing. I fucking love my wife, y'all. I love my wife. Sorry, I'm an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. And it breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. And I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? Wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice Road Truckers. You and Daisy seemed like you were having a way better time than I was. Because we were. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You shouldn't hit them up in Dad Book. Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. All right, chat. It's time. It's time to say goodbye. Stream is sadly over at this point. Thank you for hanging out at this more experimental stream. Final Fantasy is the bread and butter of what I do, but I do like to step out of bounds and do something else. And it's really nice that y'all came over and supported me while I was doing this. And I hope you enjoyed it. Oh no, the save button. I saved, don't worry. So yeah, thank you for hanging out. I was thinking about going to raid someone. Let's see who is on currently. Oh, Iron's streaming. Let's go raid Iron. It's one of my really, really good friends and just an all-around swell guy. Let's do Iron. It's your stream. Play what you want, 100%. I'm just glad that y'all are willing to come and hang out with me instead of just here for Final Fantasy. Mostly I just want to show appreciation for that. It's really fun to hang out whatever's playing. Thank you, Maury. Even if you did want to lick maple syrup off my chest. That's right, I didn't forget you being degenerates, chat. You and Left. All right. Love y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the sub train earlier. And I'll see y'all probably Saturday, maybe Sunday. Look at the Discord, because tomorrow's going to be our community night for Patreon members. So I love y'all and have a good night. Goodbye.